Hey folks, this is Matt once again, doing another video. Like I said before, at least on my Jumpin Jack Flash review, which might have been a while ago, and maybe some others, trying to do some viewer requested videos, trying to, being the word. Um, might not mean I might not get to yours, whoever's out there, but I'm going to try from time to time. Just is very humbling that I've gotten a lot of viewer requests, and you know, when I do say I'll get to it one day, I do mean that, but it's just, I don't want this to become a job, especially when I don't get paid for it. But I know a guy, Professor Looney, wanted me to talk about the Predator films again, and I've talked about the Predator films. If you go to my channel, and then you type in where it says search for channel, you type in Predator, you'll find reviews for the Predator films. But he wanted me to talk about Predator 1, 2, and Predators 20 minutes each, and I don't think I'm going to be able to do that because right off the bat, what more can I say about Predator that hasn't been said? It's a classic. I would probably say it's my favorite Arnold Schwarzenegger film. Usually it kind of battles with Commando and The Running Man, but I mean those are my top three Arnold films. But Predator is probably my favorite because it's Arnold versus a creature, a really badass monster by Stan Winston. Directed by John McTiernan. I think he had only done Nomads. I haven't seen Nomads. I've heard of Nomads. I've seen clips of Nomads. And for what I've seen and heard, I have no idea how John McTiernan got the job for this because I've heard Nomads is pretty bad. And also from what I've heard, Nomads, it's really nothing about that movie makes you go, oh yeah, uh, that's the guy for Predator. But again, I haven't seen Nomads. Maybe it's good, but I've heard bad things about it too. And what more can I say? I mean, it's a bunch of badasses going to the jungle for a rescue mission. You know, we're a rescue team, not assassins. But then they come across the Predator taking his men out one by one until Arnold has to kick his ass at the end. This film is just very memorable. I mean, the jungle settings look real enough. I think they shot some of this in Mexico. Very well directed by John McTiernan. The score by Alan Silvestri is my favorite score of the Predator films. I know a friend of mine loves the score to Predator 2. I prefer the score to this one because it just seems more straightforward, down and dirty. Dun 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 down, 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 down. Great theme. But the rest of the score is beautiful score by Alan Silvestri. Like when one of their friends gets killed and Bill Duke is sort of saying his final goodbyes, and yeah, that very sweet sort of music. Da 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 da. I mean, yeah, awesome cast. You got Arnold Schwarzenegger, you got Carl Weathers, you got Jesse Ventura, you got Bill Duke, you got Shane Black. I think they find a woman, Elpidia Carrillo, I think that's her name. Sonny Landham. I mean, you got such a great cast. There's no bad actor in the group. They all just feel badass. They don't have to try to be badass. They don't have to force themselves to be badass. They just have a good presence about them. You show, okay, this is a team you don't want to fuck with. You have an excellent action scene when they fuck up these bad guys in this compound, shooting the shit out of a helicopter, and Jesse Ventura with old Painless getting them out of the bag. You know, just classic stuff. Badass stuff. Yeah, wonderful lines of dialogue. You're bleeding. I ain't got time to bleed. You got, it's bullshit, all of it. Guys, do your dirty work. Why us? What about what happened to Hopper? He didn't disappear. He was still alive. See, I mean, just, knock, knock. Or he throws a knife at a guy, stick around. If it bleeds, We can kill it. It just, so many memorable dialogue. I can't do Arnold to save my life. Can't do an Arnold accent impression to save my life. But Predator is just classic. I don't know what more I can say about it. I mean, it's badass. It's fast paced. I think it's the ending is awesome, great and awesome. Where Arnold has no weapons of any kind, has no guns, nothing left. He's got to take the Predator on with his bare hands and with the bare essentials. So he's got to use sticks. He's got to use fire. He's got to use. He only has grenades left, but he doesn't have a gun to shoot him with. He just has the grenades, so he uses the powder for explosives, uses tricks to lure the Predator into his own trap and fuck up the Predator. Yeah, Bill Dew talking to Carl Weathers, turn around. It just, I don't know what more I can say about Predator. I mean, I know it's only 6 minutes long, but I did review for Predator, and it's a classic film. It's fun, it's entertaining, it's action-packed, it's definitely R-rated. The Predator, I know originally it was more of an insect-like creature that looked like shit, and Jean-Claude Van Damme was actually playing it. But believe in what story you hear, either he got fired, or he got himself fired because he didn't want to be just a special effect, so he could do Bloodsport, well, he'll be the lead. And I guess on that he was being a special effect, maybe he wasn't liking it, but then he had the opportunity to be in Bloodsport. So he's like, fine, I don't want to get myself fired. Or it could be, you know, they let him go when they had the new design for Predator from Stan Winston. And said, okay, we need a bigger guy, and that's where you got Kevin Peter Hall, who would play Harry from Harry and the Hendersons. And Kevin Peter Hall is greatly missed. He played the Predator in 1 and 2. Did a great job. And Stan Winston's design of the Predator is classic. Of course, you got the great line, "Go, run, get to the chopper." I keep saying it's classic. It's action-packed. It's R-rated. It's a great group of badasses and who know what they're doing. And you know, the Predator doesn't mess around either. He skins people and doesn't tell you if you're unarmed. No sport. And that's a nice idea about a alien who hunts people for sport. Probably not the first time. I know there's this film called Without Warning with Jack Palance and Martin Landau from the 80s. But it's definitely the most effective. So itching my nose. But it's a classic film. I don't know what more I can say. It's nothing wrong with this film. It's excellent from beginning to end. It did its job very well. It's ultimate badass of a movie. And Predator is this classic action film. You can see why John McTiernan got Die Hard after this. And this was the big film for Arnold that year. Because I think this came out in the summer. And then he had The Running Man come out in around November. Now this film was a big hit. The Running Man, unfortunately, no. It wasn't that big of a hit. I don't know why. I don't know if it's because the release date. Maybe they thought it was funnier than they thought it would be. But yeah, I know this one was definitely the big hit. Maybe people were expecting more of this kind of film when they saw The Running Man. But classic movie. I'm not sure what more I could go into. Then you have Predator 2, a film that was unjustly maligned when it came out. Because they wanted Arnold Schwarzenegger back, and Arnold was either going to do this or Terminator 2. And a lot of people want him to do Terminator 2 more, so that's why he did T2. And besides, from what I understand, he was going to play the role that Gary Busey played. So I'm thinking, wait a minute, he was going to be the villain? Because Gary Busey's character here is the villain. If that's the character he's going to play, what, he was going to be the villain? I don't think we would want to see Schwarzenegger in that. So I don't know if he was going to be that, or maybe he was going to star, and then if not, then play the supporting role there. I don't know. But I'm fine with the way the cards fell because Predator 2, I don't understand why people hate it. I don't understand why it got maligned. To this day, still gets bitched up, still gets picked on, still gets made fun of, still gets uh, put down. Especially when the new one came out. See, that's the real Predator 2, not this. And I'm like, this is insanely so much better than that film, which I'll get to. It's insanely so much better. Number one, the setting and the city. It makes it its own film. It's the next logical step. Okay, he's in the jungle. Why not in a city? I think that was one of Arnold's complaints, not to put the Predator in the city. I don't understand why. If you put him in the jungle again, it would just feel like a remake. Should get to. But put him in the city is perfect for a sequel. It makes it its own animal. And that's the thing. This film becomes its own movie. It doesn't copy so much shit from the first film that it's like, oh, I've seen this before. No, it's a totally new experience. It's definitely R-rated. Stephen Hopkins, this is definitely his best film. Much, much better than Nightmare on Elm Street Part 5, which he did before this. He also did a good film called Judgment Night with Emilio Estevez. But Stephen Hopkins did a wonderful job with this film. Kevin P. Hall coming back as the Predator. Has a lot of cool toys. He's got the spear. He's got this throwing disc that's like a boomerang and fuck your shit up. He's got a neck gun that gets in you and gets right into your skin. So yeah, a Predator that looks cool. Well played by Kevin P. Hall once again with these really cool toys to play with. So it adds to it as well. You got a very, very fast pace. This is probably one of the most fast-paced movies I've ever seen in my life. The fastest pace in a long, long time. It kicks up and goes. You have the opening, Predator 2, and then it gets right into an action scene where it takes place in LA in the future and it's a war zone. You have Danny Glover's character as Mike Harrigan. That's another thing people pick on, Danny Glover. Oh, we don't buy Danny Glover in an action film. And I'm like, you never saw Lethal Weapon then. You never saw Lethal Weapon 1 or 2 or 3 or even 4. You never saw Lethal Weapon then. Oh, that's different. He's just a supporting to Mel Gibson. Mel Gibson's doing most of the heavy work. Bullshit. Bullshit. And Danny Glover does it well. And in fact, he actually kicks the Predator's ass more than Arnold in a way. I don't understand when people's complaining with Danny Glover. Oh, it's not Arnold. Deal with it. Arnold already did it once in Predator 1. Okay? I mean, Danny Glover was not bad. He was solid. He's a good actor. And he makes it work with all the guns he has and toys that Danny Glover has as well as the Predator has. I mean, the opening when he's trying to save his cop buddies, he has the car and you have the Predator watching. I like that the Predator's like watching Danny Glover, like almost as if he has an instinct that this guy is a worthy prey for him in the future. And just that shit, like, hey asshole, blows the shit out of him. He has great lines of dialogue. You cut off my dick and stick it up my ass. I mean, you have a great supporting cast. Maria Conchita Alonso from The Running Man. You have Bill Paxton. You have Gary Busey as the villain. The bears. The tigers. Oh my. You're the lion. And this is his jungle. He played that role perfectly as Agent Keys. And that's what I liked. I liked about the film is that it was cops versus the Predator. And the Predator was fucking up gang members. That's kind of what you want to see in a Jason Voorhees film nowadays. Him in a city fucking up gang members. And the Predator did it with his toys, and it's definitely R-rated. And Predator in this film definitely has a big body count too. Yeah, it definitely acts like a badass. One Predator takes out a shitload of people, but 3 Super Predators doesn't take out shit, which I did too. But very fast-paced film. This film is 108 minutes, and it does not feel that at all. It goes really quick, like tons and tons of action. The subway sequence, people are like, "Oh, I can't understand what's going on." I could, even when I was a little kid. I could. Yes, I saw this as a little kid. I could understand perfectly what was going on, even as a little kid when I was watching it on VHS. I never had a problem with that. I know this got cut down because it was a NC-17 rating. What it got cut out, I don't know. It's not on the DVD, which is too bad. It's nice that they actually gave it a two disc DVD set though. I just really don't understand the hatred for this film. I mean, it's a fast-paced movie. It's not boring. You had tons of action. It's definitely R-rated. You had a great lead in Danny Glover. You have an excellent third act where Danny Glover, Bill Paxton is trying to fuck up the Predator. He gets killed. Danny Glover, right when Danny Glover sees that his friend's spine is being ripped out, chases after him. It's literally like bang, 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 bang. Just literally a roller coaster. The rest of the movie's a roller coaster, but that is just boom, it just kicks off. Chasing the Predator, getting hit. Then Agent T's, his agents are going into that freezer where they set up for the Predator, or they know the Predator's going to be. They try to freeze it. The Predator fucks him up left, right, and center with his spear. And then, Dangler, fuck yourself. He goes in, he gets bulked up. Hey, asshole, you want me? Here I am. Predator tries to shoot him, but he's got body armor. He fucks at the Predator with a shotgun, being chased to the rooftop. Danny Glover knocks his ass off. Alright, pussyface, your move. Cuts the Predator's arm off, but the Predator ain't having that. Grabs the thing, goes through a fucking window. That's what I mean. There's so much stuff happening. Unlike Predators. There's nothing happening. You take the last 30 minutes of Predator 2. Then you take the last 30 minutes of Predators. You compare them side by side. And you tell me with a straight face why Predators is better than Predator 2. You tell me. Please. I would love to fucking hear it. If you do, that's fine. I'm not going to make fun of you or be mad at you. But please, explain it to me. Because I don't fucking get it. Take the last 30 minutes of Predator 2. Do it split screen. Last 30 minutes of Predator 2. Last 30 minutes of Predators. And you tell me which is better. I buy Danny Glover 10 times over than Adrian Brody. Danny Glover doesn't have to work his voice up, and he's naturally like that. He does more stuff. He's a more likable character. He's not an asshole. He's a leader. He's a hero. He's a badass. He's a smartass. I don't understand why people hate Danny Glover so much. I don't get it. Adrian Bidnose Brody doesn't do shit, but get his ass kicked. And need his fucking help. Danny Glover kicked the Predator's ass when he gets into that ship, and you have that moment where you see the alien skull as one of the trophies. And they're both, one-on-one. Danny Glover has the fucking boomerang-like disc. And Predator has one arm. They're going at it back and forth, mano a mano, and Danny Glover kills the Predator. That's badass. And I will say, I will admit it, these two films are equal to me. They're different films, but they're equal to me. Because they both fit together perfectly. They're both action-packed, they're both fast-paced, they both have great lines of dialogue. They never get boring, enthralling third acts, an unlikable badass cast of people that you recognize and you know. I like this. I mean, I love the score to Predator 1 more. I mean, Predator 2, I still like the score. I'm not a fan of the Jamaican drums, kind of like in March for Death, but that's just me. But I don't hate the score to Predator 2. Badass villains. They got everything going for it. And again, Predator 2 is badass. It deserves much more credit. It deserves much more praise. I mean, honestly, if you hate Predator 2, fine, but explain to me why. You don't buy Danny Glover? Why don't you buy Danny Glover? He shotguns a bunch of folks at the beginning. He fucks up the Predator. He's a cop. He's not a fucking Superman. He's supposed to be playing a cop in L.A. He's not playing a fucking mercenary. He's not playing, you know, the best spy in the business or something. He's just playing a regular cop. And it made sense. And, you know, he has a lot of guns at its disposal. I don't really understand the fucking hate over this. I will never get it. Never understand it. But then you get Predators, which I fucking hate. I still hate Predators. I hate the fact that Predators gets more praise than Predator 2. I hate that people will fucking pat Predators on the back, but Predator 2 will get the finger. Even to this day, there's a lot of people who pat Predators on the back, but then Predator 2 gets fingered without asking. And I'll tell you, I don't get it. Why is Predators better than Predator 2? For those who feel that way, be my guest. But explain to me, why is Predators better than Predator 2? Literally, I want to ask that. Why is Predators better than Predator 2? First up, Predators. I know Professor Looney, this guy, he disagrees. Predators is a fucking remake of this film. It is. You can't tell me. I've seen Predator enough times to realize how many things they stole from this film to put in Predators. To the point that Predators doesn't even become its own movie. Okay, you got a group of people who were mercenaries or this and that with weapons going through the jungle. Just like in Predator. That's why I like that they went through the city, because it would feel like a remake if they didn't. But then they did in Predators. So it feels more like a remake. But okay. You got stuff like Adrian Brody at the end having his shirt off, mud all over him, saying, "Come on, kill me, do it now." Just like Arnold in the first movie. You got Lawrence Fishburne saying, "Turn around, turn around." Like fucking Bill Duke in the first movie. So you got a bunch of them going through the woods. You got this lawn. You got a bunch of folks with guns in the jungles. And in Prairies, the jungles look like shit. I know it's supposed to be on another world. But that's another thing. It's on another world and they do nothing with it. It's on another world. And except for that one shot when they see all the moons and shit, you wouldn't be able to fucking tell. Like, they made this big deal to put on another world. And for what reason? For what reason? For what purpose? Other than that one shot where you see all the moons. I mean, it still looks like a jungle, and a shitty looking jungle. It looks like a fake set. The jungles in the first film look real. Here it looks like a fake. It's like they knew they had a fake fucking set, but so that we can explain it away, we'll just put them on another planet. But the jungle scene looks fucking fake. It does not look real at all. But yeah, a bunch of people. And by the way, I don't give a fuck about anybody in the cast. I don't give a fuck about Adrian Brody, whose voice he's trying to sound like fucking Christian Bale from Batman. Batman Begins, The Dark Knight, take your pick. Christian Bale is serious. He's seriously Adrian Brody with his big nose. Then he stick you up his ass or sneeze off the planet. Is trying to do Christian Bale's Batman. This is a DA preserve. And we're the DA. It's annoying. It's embarrassing. It makes me not like this guy. And the guy is not likable at all. His character's not likable. His character's just an asshole, using people for his own benefit. It's like, why the fuck should I care about this guy? He's an asshole. He's a selfish asshole. I don't give a fuck about this guy. I really don't. With his stupid voice. And that's a guy I don't buy as a badass. At all. So many people to have fucking hired. Fucking Dolph Lundgren, for fuck's sake. Thomas Jane. To have hired so many other fucking people. So, okay. So they go through the jungle. The thing about it, they go through the jungle. And then, to show what they're made of, you have one action scene. But while this one has a badass scene with fighting all these bad guys and mercenaries and old painless and all this stuff, what do they fight here? Fucking alien dogs ripped out of fucking Avatar. With some fucking obvious CGI. Wow, they're shooting fucking alien dogs. Straight from fucking Avatar. Does nothing for me. Was it entertaining? Was it adrenaline pumping? I do not give a fuck. And then, oh, the predators. These are super predators. They need the alien dogs to sniff out. Why? Well, they need them to draw them out and see what they're made of. That's funny. Because the predators in the first two, they didn't need to do that. They just went in and hunted the fuckers. The predator in this film, he just landed on someone else's planet and said, fuck it, I'm by myself, I'm gonna hunt some motherfuckers. And those were Arnold and fucking Sonny Landham and Carl Weathers and Bill Duke. I mean, it's fucking the Terminator, Apollo Creed, and fucking the governor of Minnesota. And this is supposed to be the weaker Predator series. And he took those guys on by himself. Yet the three super Predators, they're facing off against the pianist, the fuckhead who fucked up Venom, a chick, Machete, and some motherfuckers I don't give a fuck about. And it takes three super predators, and they need dogs to help them out in some way, shape, or form. To see what they're made of, or to draw them out, or whatever. And I'm like, so how are these super predators, three of them, not pussies? And they get killed off so fucking easily. Again, one predator of the weaker species. They're supposed to be like super predators and these regular predators, and the super predators are so much more powerful. How the fuck do you figure? The predators in these films of the weaker species, they took on like dozens and dozens of people, including Arnold and fucking all these people. Like, let me ask you a serious question. You take the mercenaries in this, Sonny Landham, Jesse Ventura, Arnold Schwarzenegger. You face them against Adrian Brody and the guy with the minigun. Tell me who would win between those two groups of mercs. Well, these were a rescue team, but I think Arnold then would kick their ass with one hand tied behind their fucking back. So if that's the case, then how the fuck are three super predators having such a tough time with these motherfuckers? Makes no damn sense. And get into the whole thing where I feel like it's a remake where, okay, you got a bunch of people in the jungle, shitty looking jungle of the alien planet, going through it. You have one action scene that sets up what they can do, but here they did it very poorly with shitty alien dogs from Avatar. You have to have a fucking guy with a fucking minigun, only he can't hit shit. You have to have one chick who's kind of Latino, kind of like Elipia Carrillo in the first film, only here she actually is part of the team. You have one chick. You have a guy who looks into trees and knows that something's off, like Sonny Landham did in the first film. You have a moment where they fall off the fucking waterfall, like Arnold did in the first film. Yeah, Lawrence Fishburne saying, turn around, turn around. Like Bill Duke in the first film. At the end credits, you have Long Tall Sally, like they did at the beginning of this film. It just is so fucking much. I'm like, are you even your own movie? Or is this like one of those, like, if someone made a fan trailer, a fan movie, where they put in all their little in jokes and in clues and all that. It just didn't even become his own fucking movie. And I blame Robbie Rod. Robert Reedus, Robbie Rod. Because this is the script he made, folks. Yeah, I know some people updated it. But this was the original story of Robbie Rod. If you think he was mad about it, you really think he would have executive produced it? He wouldn't have executive produced it. He wouldn't have been a big part of it. He wouldn't have done a fucking commentary track for the movie, which he did. And then you got some fucker named Nimrod Antle. Fucking name is Nimrod. Just shows you how great a fucking director he is. And I don't even mind Armored. But I don't like Vacancy. Fuck Vacancy. I hate that movie. Especially shitty fucking ending. Dumbass ending. Downbeat, no, but still stupid ending. But Robbie Rod, I blame. This was his fucking story. I'm like, yeah, your story was basically... It's like this guy just watched Predator 10 times and stole half the shit to put into the script. Okay, I need a jungle. Oh, I need a guy with a fucking minigun. I can't call him all painless at the end because it'd be too on the nose. I need Long Tom Sally in there. See, I need them to wander around for like 40 minutes, walking in the fucking jungle, doing nothing except shooting the alien dogs. This film has a very boring pace. Has a very slow pace. It's fucking boring. Robert Rodriguez is part of it. You're expecting stuff like Planet Terror and Sin City and From Dusk Till Dawn. Even if he didn't direct it, he's a big part of it. Nothing. And Robbie Rod, he's actually produced it. He did a fun commentary, so he's happy about it. And it was based on his script that he wrote. He just had some people update it. Write a few more things into it. And the characters are... Oh, here's a... I don't remember his fucking name. Asshole Venom. Or Wimpy Venom. Limp Did Venom, I would call him. Limp Did Venom. So the guy who played Limp Did Venom... Oh, he's a doctor. How does he fit in? Oh, yeah, he's a psycho. Like, he's a killer, serial killer. Yeah, I'm supposed to buy that guy as a serial killer. Yeah. It's like buying Elijah Wood in the remake of Maniac. Yeah, I'm gonna buy that shit. Not at fucking all. Yeah, the Predators get killed fucking easily. Like, it goes with the Yakuza guy. The Yakuza, what, Sashin's, what, twice? Maybe 3 times at most? Like 2-3 times, and the Predator goes down like that. Predator's chasing the Russian guy. Oh, here's a grenade. Boom. Just that. I'm like, wow. These guys go down easier than the fucking Predators in AVP. They really do. At least that Predator in AVP had a knockdown, drag out fight with the alien. Here, the Predators go down quicker than shit. Think about it. The Predators in AVP and AVPR, they do more shit than in this movie. You can't tell me otherwise. I've seen them. If I'm wrong, tell me how I'm wrong. You tell me how I'm wrong. That these are the 3 super predators. Super black predators. Supposed to be so much more powerful. They don't do anything. And then the good guys, they have the minigun that can't hit shit. And Adrian Brother run, and he's shooting. I guess he supposedly has an A12 shotgun like Terry Crews has, but I don't know. He doesn't hit shit with it. And like they bring up this notion where the chick just somehow fucking knows the story of the first film. Some fucking how. And mentions about how you need to put mud on yourself. And no one does it. She mentions how you need to put mud on yourself. And no one fucking does it. No one. Until the very end, where Adrian Brody rips off Arnold from the ending of the first movie. This is fucking stupid. Ridiculous. And Lawrence Fishburne's character. What the fuck was the point of this guy in the movie? What was the point of this guy in the movie? I know they wanted Arnold or Danny Glover to have a cameo. More than likely that character. I'm glad. Because it would have been shitty to see Arnold or Danny Glover as this guy who's crazy and tries to kill the others. Would have been shitty. I've been even more pissed. Lawrence Fishburne, he has a fucking helmet that cloaks. He can go invisible. Does nothing. Nothing with it. Why do you bring that up? Bring that out and do nothing with it. Brings it back. Oh, he's psycho. Tries to kill them. Dies by a predator shooting him and blowing up like a water balloon. So A, that character is fucking useless. B, he was pointless. C, you could have done a lot with his character because I like Lawrence Fishburne. Does nothing but, oh, he's crazy. He tries to kill him. I don't know why he would try to kill them. You would think you would want all the help that you can get. Even if oh, here's predators coming. Let them take them out while I run for it. So it makes no fucking... I mean, I know he's crazy, but even crazy sense, it makes no sense trying to kill them. It's like, why don't you join them? I mean, you have a fucking cloaked helmet. You go... Well, like, no instance, like, okay, one of the heroes, whatever, takes the cloaked helmet and uses it to his own advantage. Nothing. And by the way, his death scene is even silly. He blows up in a water balloon. CGI water balloon. First off, those plasma guns, I don't remember them being able to do that. In Predator, when they shot people, they shot someone in the head, it goes through their head. Shot them in the stomach, it goes through their stomach. It didn't shoot Jesse Ventura and blow up in a water balloon. It didn't shoot fucking Carl Weathers' arm and then he blows up in a water balloon. So why the fuck does he shoot once at Lawrence Fishburne? His whole body blows up like a water balloon. How the fuck does that work? It looked ridiculous. Oh, it's a Super Predator. He has a more powerful weapon. Well, it looked like dog shit. So they should have just gone back to the well for the first and second film instead of looking like a shitty CGI water balloon effect. Then you have the trailers lying to you where Adrian Brody gets all those lights. But no, when you see the film, one. False advertising. Then Robbie Rod saying, oh, I do this for all my movies. No, you don't. When did you do that for Planet Terror? When did you do that from Dusk Till Dawn? When did you do that from Sin City? When did you do that from Desperado? I don't remember another fucking movie you had, except Machete, where you had a trailer that lied to people. So don't say you always did that, because you didn't. You're a fucking liar. And then you get to an ending where the asshole, like, Adrian Brody, they free the older Predator. Predator has a fight with the Super Predator. Gets his ass kicked very easily and his head cut off very easily. Limp Did Venom comes back and drugs the chick. Adrian Brody knocks him out, uses him as a bait. Steals fucking Arnold's last thing from Predator. Shirt off, mud all over himself. Come on, do it now. Basically wants... Gets his ass kicked. Shit with the sniper, shoots him, and then he basically cuts the Predator's head off. And I'm like... Then that's it. I'm like, great. This is the film that gets all the praise. First up, people going, well, it's not a remake. Yeah, a bunch of people, a bunch of guys, and one chick in the jungle with weapons. They do nothing until you get an action scene instead of cool action scene with against bad guys. It's against dogs. Yeah, a guy with a fucking minigun. Yeah, a guy who looks in the trees. There's something in the trees. Yeah, one chick who's almost like a Latino chick, like in the first one. They fall off a waterfall, like in the first movie. Arnold does. Yeah, shit like turn around, like Bill Dude said. Yeah, ending where a guy takes his shirt off, puts mud all over himself. Like, come on, kill me, do it now. Yeah, I have Long Tom Sally in there. It's just so many things. I'm like, what did they do that was so fucking different in this film? And they have 3 super predators that do nothing but get their asses kicked very fucking easily. People bitched about that in AVP, but they don't bitch about it with this movie? One predator of, quote, the weaker series took out shitloads of people in these movies. But 3 super predators who need fucking dogs to help their sorry asses are so much pussies that if I fucking scraped them with a fucking fingernail, they'd probably fall dead from faintness. Oh my god. Have a fucking heart attack just like that. There's no likable characters. You have a fucking lead trying to be like Christian Bale. You got an ending that's just wheat sauce, weak limp dicks. There's nothing adrenaline pumping about this movie. There's nothing entertaining about this movie. There's nothing good. I don't understand why people love the film. I definitely don't understand why people love it more than this. Explain it to me. This actually has badass characters. A lead that's not fucking laughable. A predator that's by himself and kicks mucho ass. Wonderful lines of dialogue. What great lines of dialogue are in Predators? They add stuff in there that they do nothing with. Like the whole older Predators and the Super Predator and the younger Predator species. They do nothing with that. It's a one shitty ass fight scene. They put Lawrence Fishburne. They do nothing with him. Oh, he's a bad guy and he blows up in a CGI water balloon effect. Doesn't become its own movie. It relies too much on the first film. It's just this movie, Predator, sucks dick. If you love the film, cool, but I just don't. What is so fucking great about this movie? Nothing. It's one of those films that, oh, if you hate it, people bitch at you about. Really? What is there for me to like? Ripping most of the shit off from this film? Instead of being its own flick? It literally was like Robbie Rod watched Predator about 3 times one evening and said, okay, just wrote the script. Okay, I'm going to put that in there. I'm going to put that in there. I'm going to put that in there. It's just too fucking much and too fucking boring. No likable characters. The Yakuza, yeah, the Yakuza guy. He does nothing. He says nothing. He does nothing. Has like one line. Has to fight with the Predator and they both get killed pretty just like that. That's it. Nothing much else to it. And it definitely doesn't have that adrenaline rush like these two have. These have an adrenaline rush to it. This film does not. Need a fucking adrenaline shot right in his fucking heart. If it has one. So yeah, Predators sucks dick. But these two kick ass. So I don't know what more I can say. Either way, thanks for watching. Take care. And we'll see you later. Ciao.